And getting real with the Housewives, Shay is clapping back at Tamra Judge as Teresa gives an update on New Jersey filming. Plus, Meghan King and Jim Edmonds are at it again as a TV host may turn housewife. We got that plus so much more on today's Getting Real with the Housewives. Hey everyone, it's Christina and welcome to Getting Real with the Housewives. And we got some beef to squash right off the bat because Shay is clapping back after Tamra Judge called her the Bravo star she's dreading running into at BravoCon. So on Watch What Happens Live on September 26th, Tamra didn't hesitate, saying Shay. Not one to stay quiet, Scheana fired back with a messy and sassy Instagram video. In the clip, she's smiling on a merry-go-round when a masked figure appears and Scheana casually wraps her arm around them. The caption reads, POV, you ran into someone who's been dreading seeing you and you squashed the beef. She followed up with, turns out she's my biggest cheerleader. See you at BravoCon, bestie. Well, Tamra had accused Scheana of stirring the drama with Gretchen and even trying to land a spot on The Real Housewives of Orange County, saying it's her dream job. Meanwhile, Adriana De Mora from Miami also hinted at beef over Below Deck's captain Jason Chambers that Scheana allegedly started. I mean, what are we, just a little over 40 days until BravoCon? Because we need to talk to Scheana, we need to talk to Adriana, Gretchen, Tamra, all about this beef, and I feel like it's going to be a topic of conversation. All right, well, this is fun. Chanel Jones is addressing those real rumors that she could be joining the Real Housewives of New York City for season 16. On the Today with Jenna and Friends show, Chanel admitted her phone's been blowing up with questions about it for the past 72 hours. Well, Andy Cohen, clearly surprised, asked, would you ever? And to the shock of many, Chanel didn't immediately shut it down. Instead, she said, I plead the fifth. When Jenna Bush pushed her to clarify, Chanel hinted at a possible future, saying, I bumped into June Ambrose. We're all talking. And I've been hearing the rumors the last week and a half. Interesting. However, by the end of the segment, Chanel seemed to close the door on the idea, saying, relax, I'm not on this next season. Didn't say future seasons. Well, one thing's for sure, Chanel already has a tagline ready saying, wearing Chanel is nice, but being Chanel is the ultimate luxury. Now that's a tagline fit for a housewife. She only said that she wouldn't be on next season, so maybe future seasons. You know, she has been through a lot over this past year, so maybe she's leaving every door open at this point in her life. So I'm here for it. I don't know if she's very controversial or dramatic, so I don't know if she'd really get in on the drama, but I love that tagline. It's very, very nice. All right, moving on over to Teresa Giudice because she is addressing the rumors that The Real Housewives of New Jersey is filming season 15 without her. On the Viall Files podcast, she laughed off the speculation, saying, if they were filming, a fan would have posted pictures. She also hinted that while things are tense with her and sister-in-law Melissa Gorga, she's open to filming together again, saying, never say never. Interesting. However, Teresa isn't sweating if she's not asked back, adding, if Bravo doesn't want me, God's rejection is God's projection. In a heartfelt moment, Teresa shared how her daughter Gia has helped her process family drama during Special Forces. As we know, she's on this show now with her daughter. She said Gia encouraged her to let go of anger, something Teresa promises to work on. Interesting now that she's saying that she would film with Melissa. It doesn't seem like Melissa is wants to film with her. She told us that that door is closed. But you know what? If Bravo comes a knocking, I'm sure maybe everybody will get along. We'll see. Sticking with Jersey because Dolores Catania's ex, Frank Catania, is facing a legal battle over his cannabis dispensary business. Us Weekly reported that Frank, along with his sister Lori and his wife Brittany, they're being sued by a landlord who claims they owe unpaid rent and breached a lease agreement for a Saddlebrook, New Jersey building. The landlord says Frank signed a 10-year lease for a dispensary, but defaulted on payments, made unapproved renovations, and then tried to back out with false and fraudulent claims. Frank denies the allegations and is asking the court to toss the case and cover his legal fees. The lawsuit is ongoing, but Frank and Lori continue to operate 3 dispensaries in the state. Seems like things are getting a little messy for Frank. Too bad cameras aren't rolling. All right, well, Meghan King is addressing a tense encounter with her ex-husband, Jim Edmonds, and his wife, Courtney, that led to police response. So exclusive body cam footage was obtained by Us Weekly, and it shows Meghan surrounded by officers outside Jim and Courtney's Missouri home on May 1st. Courtney called 911, claiming Meghan entered their house without permission. During the exchange, Meghan told police Jim had called her earlier about a dress for their daughter and described him as incredibly emotionally abusive. She also claimed she would soon have sole custody of their kids. Kourtney, who initially wanted to press charges, later dropped the request, and the two women have conflicting stories, with Kourtney claiming Meghan tried to speak to her daughter and wedge her foot in the door when asked to leave. The case was dismissed, and a restraining order filed by Kourtney was also dropped after both parties agreed to keep 150 feet apart at events for the kids. Meghan says she's focused on peace for the family. I mean, that's really all you can ask for, is peace for this family. They've been through a lot together, just can't seem to get it back on track when it comes to co-parenting and getting along. And really, the kids are the ones that suffer the most. But hopefully, maybe one day they'll have some sort of resolution. All right, well, that is it for this week's episode of Getting Real with the Housewives. Let us know what you think is happening in Jersey. Are they filming without Teresa? Do you want to see Teresa back? Lots of unanswered questions, and hopefully we get them at BravoCon. Keep commenting, keep subscribing, and I'll see you next week.